did it. That's the second time I've been able to not freak out when she goes recording in progress. So let's take a moment, if you will. And 39 that are currently on, and whatever number are going to be on, 40, whatever comes on tonight, and the 227 or more that are signed up, let's take a moment and vote victory. The way I do it, my personal approach, you do it your way, I do it mine, is I start with myself and I say something like, and I say, I am my own permanent victory in the light. So I invite you, if that fits for you, to do that. I am my own permanent victory in the light. And then let's charge each other, our families, loved ones, friends, communities, etc. I am our permanent victory in the light. So as we demonstrate tonight, or as I demonstrate, because we're all going to be involved, I really ask everyone to, as much as possible, stay, especially once we work with someone, as that is created for us tonight, we stay as steady as possible visually, and stay fully present, vote victory, and see perfection. There's something that happens about voting victory, which is so important. So it's been said, I believe it's true now, that if I am voting or encouraging or empowering somebody with their permanent victory, their health, their happiness, their joy, their opulence, whatever it is, the sender, so to speak, keeps 60% of everything I send out. And then if you read in scripture, not religion, I'm not talking about scripture any way, shape, or form like religion, but I'm simply talking about it as one of the best, maybe the best, quantum physics law books on the planet. So Deuteronomy talks about the law of the tithe. So if I give a blessing, not from me, through me, from my creator, to or through that person to their creator, the law is the gifter, the person that's blessing, tithing, giving a gift of energy, love, blessing, abundance, prosperity, whatever, gets an immediate and instantaneous tenfold return, minimum. If that person that you're helping is helping someone else, that's 100-fold return, and it goes on from there. So let's all charge. Let's really start to vote victory, see perfection, because that's required really to make this thing work for me to share it with other people. And that's what I'll be doing tonight. So, and by the way, Adam, it will be watching. If you have questions and stuff like that, Adam, raise your hand. He started all this. Eve is Eve's somewhere, but this is Adam. Just kidding. Anyway, if if you have questions, he may be able to answer those for you in the chat. So just know that you're being supported in that way. And Adam's a team member, been playing a long, long time in this system, and a gift to God, to me. So, all right. I've got five plus decades into this thing. Conscious language started for me in 1968, and I studied the Hopi language. And I was like, what are you talking about? Because the Hopi doesn't have a way to relate to space or time at all. Fast forward, I found out about once we make a conscious choice, like conscious language wakes us up to choice. Once we make a conscious choice, then we can either move toward our choice, or we can use this thing called imagination activation, and we can imagine from already having our choice. So that's really important, integral for what this system is. And I'm going to do a quick view tonight, a sneak peek of our book, to show you that in the past decades, I would talk about body language or conscious language or imagination activation or all these different tools one at a time, so to speak. Now we have a book with 7 steps that basically incorporate everything someone requires to be masterful in finding out where they are, not who they are, where they are, and how to engage the pattern if they choose to upgrade, and then the steps required to actually shift from an old pattern into a new pattern. And how many of you are enthusiastic about, first of all, finding out what your body's saying? How many like to know what, instead of going, oh, I've got a pain here, I got an issue there. How many? Me too. Oh yeah. So that's the one aspect of this thing, is you'll be able to go, oh, in other words, instead of going, oh, and this is not modality specific. In other words, you can use whatever your modality is, just make sure it works. Make sure you believe in it. How many get that? So I love that. In the past, I wasn't that way. And in the past, I was covertly enrolling everyone to what I thought was the best. And I still may do that some, but it doesn't matter what I believe. It's what you believe. So you can either get in touch with the cause of an issue that you've got going on in body, health, relationship, money, career, all that stuff, because it works across the board. And then transform the issue, because you're going to find the causation in thought, word, and emotional patterns. If we treat the symptom without adjusting the cause, that symptom comes back again and again and again, or it changes. How many have noticed that? How many have noticed that you get rid of one thing and something else comes back, or it comes back, or whatever? So the universe is saying love is the only thing that's going to work here. How many get love is the only thing that's going to make a difference here? And we're going to get target specific with exactness. That's what is available tonight. So that's that piece. Once somebody is in the game long enough and they start to partner with their creator, whatever name you give it, I'll say God, and they partner with their spirit, which is still alive in us, and we start to listen to every little signal, pretty soon, instead of having to have a big boo-boo that you have to facilitate and find the cause and then shift into some strength or blessing, you'll be able to be motivated by benefit. How many love the idea of being so intimately aware that every signal you go, okay, I give myself permission to hear, and you start to let your spirit guide you into what to agree to, what to decree, what to put your attention on. So that the shift that I'm describing is available right now. How many like the idea of being infinitely and divinely sensitive to your creator, whatever name you give it, and obedient to the direction of your creator, and then taking action on what you're said instantly? Once you do that, you've entered grace. Whatever that thing is, where it's smooth sailing. And how many can feel energy right now moving? How many can feel like the shift of, yeah, got it? All right. So what I'm going to show you tonight is what's been built. And our book is called My Word Made Flesh. And my co-author, who helped me with Young Living Essential Oils, we translated every one of them into not like, oh, this oil is anti-something, because oils are not anti-anything. They're pro. They're life givers. So we shifted that compliant challenge into not even addressing what it heals or doesn't. We're addressing what it restores. And that's been my path from, and in the book, I go into what my mentor taught me back in the 70s. And it's completely applied here. So now a person can, and Young Living is a network marketing company. I call it a network thriving company. I've been involved for a long time. Vaughn's been involved forever. She has over 2 million active distributors worldwide in an organization. I'm like, okay, holy mackerel. Anyway, and the company just came out with a way for anyone to get the oils, whether you join as a business or not. And that is a miracle for me, because that means everything I'm going to talk about, somebody can go get it and use it. So that's that. So what begins to happen tonight is this is, and many of you, raise your hand if you've been in this game or in the system quite a while, if you've been studying with me for a while. So there's people on who have seen what this can do. And this moves the needle. In fact, period. If it didn't, it's just one shift and then we make it work. So when I show you, I'm going to give you a little bit of the view of the book to let you know that normally it would take a lot of interaction and training and all that, and it's still available. Do it. But what the book is going to show you is how you can jump in and get target, exact, specific with where you are and find the challenge or issue or cause or question that you can ask yourself about something going on. And then the answer of that question actually begins to reverse the curse. Then we give language construct of reversing, resaying, revising, reseeing the pattern into not just improving it, we reverse the pattern into its blessing, into the strength returning. So in allopathic medicine, even herbal allopathic, oh, this for that, this herb for that problem, whatever. This is not allopathic. And it's not even homeopathic in the sense of like when put together with like neutralizes, where if you have a rash and then you take Roostox, it dissolves the pattern. What it didn't necessarily address, unless you get into classical homeopathy, is what's the cause of having a skin rash. This system is going to get to the exactness or close to it. You work it until you find, oh, that's it. That's what I've been doing. That's what's going on. And you will literally be able to find, ooh, that's what's happening. I've been hating. I haven't liked to feel whatever is going on. I've been resenting. I've been holding back my feelings and then not drinking water and got constipated. I mean, so many people, well, my pooper ain't working. And so they'll do some lower bowel tonic or something, and oh, I feel better. Well, I go, why is it your pooper ain't working? Well, so then hydration, the body's many cries for water, that book. Any symptom you can come up with is a lack of hydration or water. Well, what's water? Feeling. How many of you have been taught not to feel certain things? How many have been taught to feel a certain way and be good and shut up? And how many didn't listen? And here we are. How many like the idea? Oh, awesome. So when I show you this, you get, cause is always, decree a thing and it shall be established unto you. These are scriptural statements, not religion, anything. By your words you shall be justified, by your words you shall be condemned. A man or woman who offendeth not in word, the same as a perfect person and able to bridle the whole body. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. In the beginning of anything was the word was with God, the word was God. And the word becomes flesh. So how many get, thoughts, words, and feeling? I call it the trinity of language. Thought, word, feeling is at a causation level. And how many love the idea of getting what's going on instantly? And instead of having to wait 9 years before you address the pattern, how many like going, oh yeah, I recommit. I love, I forgive. How many love? That's what this is all about. This gets us into grace. So there's a couple of things about grace and scripture, not religion. Scripture says, you will know my grace, is God speaking, supposedly, whatever. You will know my grace because it's without effort. So if you can all go, all right, there is a state of grace, whatever you're going to call it, however it works, a frequency, whatever, all that exists where what we desire is already being delivered to us. Ooh, say it again. How many love the idea of what we desire is already being delivered to us? So quantum physics says the same thing. In the field, F-I-E-L-D, of all possibilities, the moment we are aware of a requirement or what something, instead of, I need that thing that we are seemingly wanting or needing or should get or whatever is in our field. And if we can take the phonetics of F-I-E-L-D, our field, and say it phonetically differently or spell it differently, F-E-E-L-E-D, like feeling, I will show you that what this is about is shifting to already having what we require. We're going to acquire what we require. And it will always be by grace, by love, through forgiveness, whatever. And then know that scripture says, know the name of a thing, you have power over the thing. Scripture also says, let the weak man say, I am strong. So what I'm putting in play here is certain rules that are immutable. They work every time. I mean, love the idea. And this is big, kids, because I mean, any of us that, came to earth and whatever, we ate from the fruit of the tree, the metaphor of the knowledge or thinking of good and evil. Supposedly everybody on the planet did, and fell from grace or union and became embarrassed. Think about that. We became shamed about being butt naked, and then had to fig leaf figure out what to do to hide our embarrassment. And how many have been doing that up until this moment? Come on, how many have? How many even now? How many go, I don't want to raise my hand. I might have to join a 12-step program. I don't want to do that. Thank you, Deb, for that. That's awesome. So what I'm sharing with you is so sacred to me. That's why I call it sacred body language translation. Every one of you, we are all right now, nothing physical here at all in every one of us. There's nothing solid in us. We're all being imagined out of the heart of God, or out of the heart of whatever you call that thing. I'm going to say God. We're a life stream as an eternal being of light. And we're imagined here. We come to earth and our conscious, I'm going to say our human mind, forgot. We went into right, wrong, good, bad, hot, cold. We forgot we are, I am that I am. How many forgot at some point that you are, I am that I am? How many did that? I can't, I need, I wish I could, I feel like if I don't do that, I shouldn't. How many have done the language thing on that? And I want you to want me, I need you so badly, going out of my head over you. And then you've sung some songs about that kind of stuff. How many have? Thanks, Mick. All right, so here we are. So now there comes a moment in time, this could be right now. Zephaniah 3:9 says, I am that I am, will return to you. That's perception of separation. I will return to you pure speech. And one translation, my favorite one, says, where, when, I just would say that for decades, where when you call upon the name of the Lord, I am, in unison, aligned, unison, one son, S-O-N, S-U-N, in alignment, and it shall be done unto you. Wow. So I will return to you pure speech. That's I am that I am will return to us, our seeming separate self, pure. I will return to you pure speech. Where? Right here. When? Right now. And I went, oh, in this very moment of here and now is the only place our Creator exists. So what is in this book of My Word Made Flesh is a series of steps to take. And this is, I'm going to give it to you now, just so you understand. The series of steps to take is not just to improve, even though it'll work, and not just to get over the pain, and it'll work. This is to be made new. How many love the idea of being made all new, where you're not able to drag your little red wagon of stuff along with you into your whole new life and then set up your shop and your world with your old patterns of limitation, stress, and struggle, and start to take perfectly good people and turn them into people like your parents, maybe that you hated or something like that. How many have been able to take perfectly good people and turn them into one or both of your parents? How many have? I love that, Bonnie. I promised to tell the truth, the whole truth, and it was awesome. So tonight, we're not about what this is about. This is what's such a big deal for me. That's what's so sacred. So many years involved, and now's the time after the C19 land of, oh, there's the illusion. And by the way, viruses only work on thought patterns at a DNA level. There's nothing alive in a virus. And by the way, I've called this language thing the Babel virus for 4 decades. I have called the language, the Babel language means confusion, the Babel virus. I mean, obviously something in me was doing this because my cognitive mind didn't have a clue. But do you get, and they've proven it now, our DNA is controlled by our language. So how many like the idea tonight, right now, rising up above any viral negative anything? How many like it? I mean, at least claim it, yes or no? And all love is the only thing you love. You become a sun presence. Nothing can touch you except love. How many get it? How many go, I commit to loving forever? You prick. Oh, sorry, I recommit. And so this is a step by step way that even if you have a challenge with something, you're going to let it be okay. So inside of this thing I'm going to show you as an overview, and then I want to demonstrate this stuff, is literally every body movement you will have, every repeating pattern in your world is telling you something. So when we ate from the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, that metaphor, we fell from grace or union, and we became embarrassed, think of that word, and have been figuring out how to hide. Doesn't exist in heaven. Embarrassment doesn't exist in heaven. So now we're coming back up. So all of the old embarrassment, shame, blame, guilt, right, wrong, good, bad, hot, cold stuff is going to be coming back. And our job is to go, oh, you're wrong and I'm right. No, it's only love is got enough juice to transcend the illusion into union and grace. Only love. And how many know you're built by it? Every cell in your body, the appearance of the physical nature of every cell in your body is sustained by love. So remember that. Really, you don't have to go anywhere to find this love. Just vibrate. Just stay, be present. And we start to love. And the minute we start to love, we start to move up scale. And every limitation that we've been feeding, judging, condemning, criticizing, blaming, dragging along will come back and knock on our door. That happens. And it's only coming and knocking back on our door for us to rename it. Let the weak man say, I am strong. Notice that's the totality of reversal. How many of you can say, I am strong? How many can say, I'm abundant? I'm confident. I am secure. I am blessed. You get it? So this, what I've done in the book is taken here's the issue. Have you got this going on? Da, da, da. And then the decrees that I have in this book, once you see the depth of it and the size of it is profound, every single decree in this book works. It works. All you have to do is feel the meaning in each word deeply enough. You have to feel the me self. You put your me into it. You feel the meaning in each word deeply enough, and you'll have instantaneous manifestation. And God is always instantaneous. There's no delay for spirit. So do you get tonight, you walk free? A simple, free little sacred body language translation, live examples, and a little quick view of a book. How about everyone claim it? I walk new. I walk free. I love love. And again, that's where you're going. The only thing, my biggest aha ever was when I finally admitted out loud in a class that I love love. And I didn't know that was going to come out of my mouth. I love love. And it was like, I thought it was going to be anger, fear, grief, sadness, shame, whatever. No, it was I love love. And I sat there, or stood there, as actually is in Florida, I remember it. I stood there going, holy crap. That's kind of like spiritual poop. Holy crap. I mean, that was it. That was all the struggle I had going on, was how much I love love. I mean, I was almost embarrassed to admit how much I love love. Well, what's that about? How many get that? How many of you right now are going, I do love love? Anyone? How many of you right now are going, hold on, I can do it like this. Can you see my fingers? Hello. I love love. A lot of love, a lot more. Oh, no, don't. How many know the shame happened when we fell from grace? What will they think if I love love? It doesn't matter. If they think anything weird, they're weird. So codependence happened when we fell from grace. How many get that? How many have been worrying that I've got to be good to go to heaven? And how many know you can't be good and go to heaven? Because good, bad, good, bad. No. Only love restores us back into union and grace. Only love, not being more right. How many have kids and you finally had to give up? Either I'm going to have love with my kids or I'm going to be right. One or the other. Either going to be right or I'm going to have love. Anyone? Talk to me. Am I the only one? How many realize, all right, I'm willing to bend. I'd rather have love than be right. And many people will hear me go, that's right. Because we're still operating in the Babel virus. All right. So once I show you this, please vote victory and please see perfection first in yourself. And what I'm going to share with you is every perfection that's introduced tonight is remembered, not learned. So I remember love. I remember harmony. I remember ease. I remember grace. I remember my genius. I remember my prosperity. That's really, it's already you. It couldn't be any other way. Nothing comes from outside in. It always comes from inside out. As we think in our heart, so are we. So every secret desire is already existing. How many get that? Every secret desire is already existing. You ever got that? Every secret desire, every pure secret desire, just thank you. Just walk around. I remember love. I remember grace. I remember abundance. I remember prosperity. I remember my strength. I remember my beauty. Whatever it is that's pure is already in you as you, awaiting agreement. Cool. All right. So I'm going to do a little bit of work here for a minute. And all righty. Can you all see this? This is the beginning of our book. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So what I'm going to share with you is, and Adam's not on right now because he's doing something with his son, but he's listening in. Is that big enough or would you like it bigger? Bigger?
Bigger, Bob.
Okay. 10-4, Eleanor. I mean, that wasn't Eleanor, but.
Bob, do you need me to run the chat?
Yes, please.
Okay.
There we go. All right. So this is the, let's just say that this is the work in progress, where this is the real, our work in progress is not the book form, but all the copy that's in the book right now. So my word made flesh, awakening your transformation through the words you speak in 7 empowering steps. with myself and Marcella von Harding as my support in Young Living. And Mary Young wrote the forward in it, which has just been a heavenly experience for me on every level. Hold on 1 second. Stand by. There we go. Now I can see you better. Okay. So the steps, simply put, you're going to find and engage your current reality, your upgrade. How many have had pain that you've run from? How many have had fear that you made wrong? So the first step is to take the charge off of wherever you are. How about money? How many ever made not enough wrong? Got it? So any of those types of things, the first step is we're going to take the charge off by naming where you are and let it be okay. It is just the way it is, as if it were to exist forever. You're going to touch it with love. So, yo, whatever, I love you. Step 2 is you're going to put wherever you are into words exactly. So this is where body language comes in so amazingly and I'm going to demonstrate. That's the part I'm going to show you tonight, because it's really helpful to have somebody talk you through it. We're going to use body language, and then we're going to get specific with this thing called specificity factors of who, what, when, where, why, that kind of stuff. That's step 3. And then step 4 is we're going to reverse let's say I can't understand, as an example. We're going to say, I choose to understand. Or I already understand. And then step 5 is going to be, now that I understand, instead of what do I have to do to understand, we're simply going to go imagine already understanding, which is following the law that given to us by this quantum physics book called Scripture. When you pray, ask, believing ye receive, and ye receive. So when I finally figured out, when you pray, and again, whatever that means to you, your way, everybody got that? When you pray, when you imagine, when you pray, ask, call, believing, and I used to think that was a mental state. Nope, it's be alive in having already received. And how many can be alive in? It takes determination and will and creativity to go, well, now that I'm fulfilled, or now that I'm supplied, or now that I'm healthy, or now that I'm comfortable, what's new, always new, what's new and different for me is, and open that file up and walk in like I am the open door that no man can shut. Walk through the open door and start turning the lights on of what it is now that you're thriving, what it is now that you're healthy, what it is now that you're confident, secure, what it is now that you have your divine partner. You have to walk in already having it. How many go, oh, it's not a matter of waiting for the universe to give you something. The universe, one song, one word, universe, is in you. And all we're going to do is find a way inside of us to shift where we are and who we are. All right, so we reverse the curse, we put a decree out there, and then we're going to shift into already having the decree we're giving. And then one of the most powerful steps I'm bringing together in this, something I've used my adult life, which is nutrition as it relates to consciousness. And essential oils is sunlight through photosynthesis into the blood of the plant. So each plant, especially when we get into seed to seal, that's why I picked Young Living, seed to seal, pure as can possibly be, oil. The oil is the blood of the plant, which is spirit in frequency embodied. And it has a very specific personality to restore something. And so when the singles are used, this is going to change everything. Instead of having all these oils, which many people have and haven't even used yet, you'll be able to read one column of this thing I'm going to show you, or one of the columns, and figure out, ooh, that's what's going on for me. Find the oil and do the decree. Or you can read the decree, find out, ooh, that confirms, yeah, I've got that going on in my life, and then find the oil and use it. And the oil itself, this is the thing about essential oils, they are the olfactory, the smell. Olfactory has no filter in the first cranial nerve. It goes right straight in. In other words, our doubt cannot touch and affect the oil. The smell. How many are excited about being able to reach right through any doubt or resistance or reticence or fear or unconsciousness? Come on now. I mean, look about smelling salt. Somebody's completely out smelling salt, or obviously it went right past their unconsciousness. So that's where we use that. And then outcome mapping is an aspect of this. All right, so now there's so much here, but I'm going to keep it simple. All right, so what I've done, this is way into the book, but I'll still show it to you. I've taken the anatomy of the body. And so the anatomy part, and then this is the signals and issues. Like, do you have some painful memory or grief and sadness about some experience you've taken in? There's a number of questions that are appropriate. And then again, you could read this side, but when your body talks to you, you can just know your body's talking to you. In the oil, we do that differently. So then the decree, which is a reversal and or upgrade, I remember my joy. Anything with the abdomen is going to be something about this, or I enjoy something, fill in the blank, or I enjoy all I've received. So what begins to happen here is we go through the entire body, basically, and you'll be able to use it. I mean, I see this thing being used on a moment-to-moment basis sometimes, especially when somebody gets really good at it. And I've created a whole bunch of ways to make it simpler and simpler and simpler. So I'm just giving you a view. This whole thing, every time, all the decrees, all the questions have worked. They worked every time for a lot of people, tens of thousands of people. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate tonight. So again, this is where whatever I'm saying, you'll be able to go find it in here to begin with. And there's a bunch of trainings you can do to get really good, like fingernails, way cool. I mean, just fingernails alone, if Adam were on right now, I have him share a story, but it's in other recordings, so I'll keep going. So this is, again, all the body stuff. So that's anatomy and getting specific and consciousness relative to the anatomy. And then I'll get through that. Come on, buddy. All the spine, the teeth are in here. And the teeth are phenomenal. And then all the vertebrae. And there we go. All right. And then I simplify it especially for coaches to get right to it. So a way to get to everything. And I go into the gut deeper, and then I'm going deeper again. So I will go into it 3 levels deep, because the gut is everything. Gut is what we take in. Gut is our feeling of connection. So these are quick ways to get to whatever's happening, like hand. I handle this with ease. Leg, understand how to move forward. Foot. Ultimately, we get the decree is the only thing we require. Once we are in tune, we just require the decree, which shifts the pattern. All right, and this is a deeper dive into the assimilation, digestion, elimination. And then I'll get to this. And then this is body signals. This is the same thing like an abrasion. Have you felt burned, irritated, deeply wounded emotionally, on and on. And there's decrees that reverse that. They're exacting. Let the weak man say, I am strong. So again, all of these symptoms, which I'm going to go quicker so I can begin to demonstrate this. I'm sure you all read that through super learning. I'm sure you have all that memorized now. Yes. Yeah. Your subconscious saw it all. All right. So that's that. And then I'm going to jump to. Here's what my mentor taught me, Marianne Jaeger, in 1976. Essential oil. This is why oils are in the system, because it's what I use to get past any doubt. I'll put it that way. Any holdback at all. And this is what she taught me. This woman looked like a female Merlin, better visual as Merlin than any actor I've ever seen anywhere. And she had a voice that was, it was phenomenal. And completely hooked up spiritually, etc. She goes, essential oil is the essence of the marriage of the earth and the sun through photosynthesis. The human body is made up of many bodies, not just physical. Thought forms attach at different parts of the body. Thought forms have short-circuited our best efforts. Oils protect from all kinds of friction, mechanical, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. Oils keep the parts from rubbing against each other. Think about that in relationships. The barriers, doors, or chakras have 7 major openings which connect to the endocrine system. Chakras are transformers like electricity. Chakras, or what she calls the gate of feelings, are the only port of entry or exit of our thought forms. Reactive patterns make prison doors of our chakras. Oils loosen the hinges. Oils open the gates, energy centers, or chakras of our bodies that only open from the inside. Resentment, jealousy, anger, fear, guilt, shame, blame, lust, or whatever are thought forms. The most sainted of us have hidden prides, pleasures, fears, and thought forms to redeem or trade in on good or God energy. We require the blocks taken out, transformed, on our good energy redeemed, unlocked, and freely expressed. We have created these blocks, we can transform them. I'm going to say it again. If blocks are in our world, we've been feeding them, we can change them. Really open up to that. Really, 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 I can do all things through my anointed self, my Christ self. The word Christ also means anointed, who strengthens me. Oils help reverse old thought forms, patterns, and habits into thought, allowing us to upgrade the pattern into our highest choice. It's got to be your highest choice. Oils polarize or reverse the vortex of thought forms and physical conditions from negative to positive polarity. So negative, big, huge thought form counterclockwise simply flips into positive or clockwise with the use of oils that are pure. Let's go on. And then like a negative whirlwind or whirlpool, they flip into our life-giving spin when we add our decrees and imagination with our new choices. This is somebody editing for me, so just know that's what that is. The oils help the thought forms reverse the counterclockwise spin into life-giving clockwise vortex as we reclaim our newly qualified energy with creativity and love. The oils are volatile. They work in all the bodies. I'll just leave it at that. And Jesus taught the use of oils to the disciples, not the masses. The influence of odors upon the finer bodies has been a guarded temple secret down through the ages. And I'm mostly going to stop right here when I share 22. Essential oils are anesthetizers to the intellect, where doubt can live. So again, this changes everything, because most people, oh, I got this problem, I'm going to use this oil or blend or whatever it is. No. If you have a challenge, find the cause and thought, word, and emotional patterns, and then the oil is raising your frequency. Stay with it, because it will, like all flames burn up, the oils also burn up. Tammy.
Would it be possible for you to demonstrate during this evening how, as you're going through those steps, you can choose an oil for the next, that step 6 in the process?
Not on this session. This is
Not
an
in this
intro, dear.
session.
That'll be something
Okay.
that there will be ongoing trainings down the road. But one of the ways to do it is just read the center column of what I'm going to show you in a minute, or the right column, and find what triggers you. That's
Okay.
and I'll show you that in a minute. And perfect question. And how many of you are going, I got all these oils, I'd like to know how to use them. Well, I'm going to show you in a minute how to do that. So essential oils, again, are anesthetizers to the intellect where doubt can live, which can be a barrier to belief. And then it goes on from there. So now this is her system. And then I'm going to show you this. This is the singles for Young Living. So you could just read this column all the way down, Tammy. If you've had low energy, worry, compulsion, challenges making choices, then you might go, well, Vaughn has any asterisk in there because she had some cards that she used. With courage, I surrender. And the ones that we built for this book is, I restore my creative power. I utilize my full creative genius. This is what I'm going to say Angelica is the frequency of. Now, how many get, oh, you're not getting rid of something. You're not denying something. You're restoring something. So Tammy, do you get that basically somebody could read through this center aisle here, doubt, holding back tears, conflict with ideas. This is Australian Ericofolia. I got it. Melaleuca is what I want to call it. Conflict with ideas, thoughts, and feelings. Feeling life is against you. Do you get somebody's going to go, yeah. And they might have been using that Melaleuca for a totally different thing. But that the symptom is not cause or causation. I'm going to get that. The symptom is, if we treat the symptom without addressing the cause, it's just going to run around in there. Maybe 7 worse than the first can enter if you go back to scripture. So like, I'm sovereign and strong, and I move with ease. I rise above all stress and doubt into trust and confidence. I'm inspired and know life is for me. And then these little green things are the one-liners that are just coming out from Inner Living. So again, you could go through all of these, read the center ones. You might find 2 or 3 or 4 that are very specific for you. Got it? And you stay with the oil until your consciousness has changed. So I'll take you through a little bit more of these. And again, the whole, and then outcome map, et cetera. There's quite a bit to this. So
Thank you.
you're welcome, dear.
Hey, Bob, may I share this? This
Go
is
ahead.
Brian. This is Brian, not Adam. I'm on, somehow I got Adam's name on my Zoom. So one thing I've been doing is I'll muscle test, and when I come up clean on the oil, I'll go find the oil in the book and go that route. So there's a couple different ways you can go to navigate which oils. I mean, if you go down to the center of the thing, that works too. A couple different variations, but I find the muscle testing for me works great, or using my pendulum. So that's just an option that you can use to streamline it and dive in deeper quicker.
Yep. And again, the more somebody can find an additional way to get a yay or nay, a yes or no on where to go with it, and that kind of stuff is helpful. Thank you. Thank you, Adam Brian. All right. So this are all the singles. It takes me a bit to get through them.
Bob, I'm going to
Yeah.
jump into it, Cynthia. I find going down the decree list, when I find the one that makes me cry, just reading it aloud, and it touches me deeply in the heart, then I'll back up and go to the question and then find the oil too. So there's lots of ways to do it.
And me as well. That's the point of, oh, this gives me a whole new world than having to look through the book and sesquiterpenes and all that kind of stuff. Well, they say, they have to be nice. Can't tell anybody really what that's going to heal. Well, it's not really going to heal. It's going to restore. And so I'm with you, Cynthia, and I'm a decree one. When we did these decrees, and I craft this is what my mission in life is. I'm sponsored in it spiritually. I mean, I really get that. And we would come up with both Vaughn and I go, that's it. We don't need to add any more. When we got the decrees, we got lit up. They were the deal for us. So this is why it's been about 5 months. I thought this was going to take about a week for this portion of it. And it's still being built right now because Young Living is right in the middle of rebuilding everything about what they do. And they just made all the oils available to anyone just to get. I mean, yeah, you got to find a connection to get in, but it's not like you don't have to build a business with it. So this is miraculous time. That's what I can say. And how many like to watch it? I restore my strength. Vanilla. Anyone? Vanilla. How many smell vanilla going, oh man, this is the coolest thing I've ever smelled. And it's like that. It's a universal. Anyone? I am secure in my life. I'm going to go, all right, I'm going to take a little 5 mil. I'm going to take the cap off. I'm going to screw it into my nose. And just every now and then, no, just kidding. But that's what I'm talking about, especially with vanilla. Of course, I'd stop on vanilla. All right, so that's all those guys, singles. And then all the blends. The blends, Gary Young named them perfectly. I am a little bit whatever about language. They're all impeccable. And so again, abundance. How many love abundance? It's one of my favorite oils, and especially abundance and purification as a room spray. It's awesome. So I'm magnetic to my highest good. How many love that? I am magnetic to my only love makes us magnetic. My love prospers me. I'm opulent and fully supplied. I love my love. Look at that. I'm going to get it. You love your love. That makes you magnetic. It goes on and on from there. Can you tell I'm a little enthusiastic about this? So all of these, Vaughn and I were going through. Vaughn's been in it forever. I've been in it for almost ever. And she, again, has 2 million active distributors, and I've been building this. And both of us were, Vaughn had bumped her foot or something like that. And she read it and I was going, I'll be right back. So she went and got that oil and put it on her foot because of what Gary designed the oil for. Only we did it in the way of, have you got this thought, word, and emotion pattern going on, or whatever's cause that created the physical symptom? So how many love the idea of, oh, we're working at a causal level? And then anyway, and then the oil is getting agreed to by our decree. So anyway, that's all the blends, and they're impeccable. They're completely amazing. Their personality, a group of, it's like a flower of life or seed of life, the way the oils implement and work together. Like the first time I ever really experienced this was the highest potential blend. And I would put it on and I'd come to smell it again. And the primary oil of the group would change and an individual oil would lead. And it was working on me. And then it would change again in like 10 minutes. And another oil would lead. And then the third oil was jasmine every time. And jasmine is heart. And Marion Jager's, that's, issues of the heart. And so do you get all the blends are working in harmony with each other. And yet each individual oil in the blend is raising and then hands off to the next and hands off to the next. To me, this is a whole new world, and I'm thrilled about it. personally. It's changed everything in my approach to oils. I don't just put oils on anymore. I don't just go slap them on. No, I stay with them. And it's like I'm doing 5 hours of meditation with every, in a whole day with all the oil, like abundance or prosperity or the, daily divine, or I am blessed, or I am creative, the new oils that just came out. So all these are, and this is the, these are the supplements. So we did all the oil infused supplements, same. So I'm going to leave it at that now. All right, come back to all of you. So the book is deep. It has charts. It has all kinds of stuff in it. I'm not going to go into that now. So good. I'm at a good point. That only took me 45 minutes, just so you know. I'm very happy about that. Now what I choose to do is demonstrate with, and I'm going to build a context. So vote victory, see perfection. Whoever comes on, who's ever going to be our person to demonstrate live with, no names of diseases. I got it. And in fact, the moment we name a disease, that's not a good idea. I mean, you might say other people call it this, but you have to. But the minute we name something as a disease, that's kind of like, it gives it power, potentially. So the word disease is a man-made word. There is no disease. There's only dis-ease, which means unease. So let's say you're going to your healthcare professional for unease. So while you're there, your job is to get what? Ease. And there's only one true ease, and it's grace. I'm not talking religion. I'm talking spirit. It's like nature has a state of grace in it. How many love the idea of getting to the point where we just move forward with ease because we're in harmony with the frequencies that are going on? How many get that? That's what this is all about. Harmony and with the frequencies. How many get that? Think of all the disease center. It's like, no, you're unease center. Well, we're going to cut this away and we're going to drug that. No. I mean, even if you have to pick that to save your life, do it. But also use these steps to restore at a causation level your strength returning. And when I went through this list of issues, body signals, diseases, whatever, I gave up a whole bunch of them that were like so many steps away from cause. So you just go to the place in the body and restore harmony in that body part. How many get that? I have stomach XYZ. Well, stomach, go back to that. I receive with grace and ease. How many love that? Do you get the word becomes flesh? The word becomes flesh. Let the weak man say, I am strong, is the totality of what we're doing here. All right. So please, while we do this, stay as steady as you can. And we've got 71 on tonight. Vote victory. So again, the way I do it, those that have come on, I do my version of it. You do yours. I am my own permanent victory in the light. Please, something like that. Try it. I am my own permanent victory in the light. And then who's ever speaking, vote their victory. I am your permanent victory in the light. And see perfection. Cool. And if you can all get steady with your visuals, so we're not rocking and rolling around there. I love the people that are walking with their laptops going into another room. It's like, I have to do my ginger for motion sickness. Cancel clear, motion ease. I can use this. All right. So no name of disease. While we do it, vote victory. I'm here just to show you how to interact. There's 2 stages, maybe many more. One is whatever the signal or symptom is, have a physical symptom. My request is tonight, you have something that's acute or current versus 81 years long. It still works for the 81-year long symptom, or signal really is a better word, except that if anyone that has a challenge the only reason we can have the challenge is we didn't listen. No judgment. We just didn't listen. I'm gonna get that. Your higher self, your intuition, your spirit, your body, whatever, would have taught you change something. So any physical state that's an issue, I'll leave it at that, is a request by our creator or spirit to change course. If we try to get rid of the signal, we're missing the point. Then that's where it can run around to different spots and whatever. So this is, to me, a completely different way, really, truly This is health care versus unease management. Healthcare. Remember the word disease? No, just say no to that word. Disease Control Center, or whatever they call that, the control for, do you get the word? It's not wrong. I'm not going to make anybody wrong for doing it. Just, it's an error. Disease is dis-ease. Well, then whatever you're doing, whatever modality, bring ease. And how many know that's harmony with nature, harmony with your body, harmony, which means harm to none, harmony. And you can harmonize, even if there's a dissonance in sound, you can create another sound that harmonizes with that frequency and sounds beautiful. That's what we're doing here. All right, so whoever's first.
Okay, Bob. So Anne is first and Marilyn is second.
Okay, Anne, wave your hand so I can see you. Go ahead. All right, Anne, mic yourself always. Go ahead, Anne. So, Anne, do I have permission to facilitate you?
Yes, please.
I love it. Do we have permission to see perfection?
Absolutely.
Now, there's a trick a little bit in the beginning. Absolutely. Here's what you said, by the way. You went, absolutely. There's a little bit of a no.
Oh,
And it's not wrong. It's just that the word absolute could be absolutely no. So and the scripture says it this way: anything other than yea, yea, or nay, nay is a sin, which means error, which means missing the mark. Let your yea be yea. So do we have permission to facilitate you?
yes.
Do we have permission to see perfection?
Yes.
Good job. How'd she do? She steady. Good job, girl. And do we have permission to discover with you your greater mission in life?
Yes.
Good job. How are you feeling so far on those 3 questions?
Great.
Good job.
Yes.
So tell me what you've got going on.
For the last about 10 days, I've had a pain in my right heel going up. It feels almost like hobbled, so it's difficult to walk.
So she just told me a lot. So which heel, right or left again? Right?
Right.
Right. And in the heel, is it toward the back, up the back of your leg, or?
No, it's definitely in the back, and it comes to the outer side just a tiny bit, and then it goes up a little bit into the muscle.
Okay, I'm like doing my own body language. It's hilarious. So have you been holding back and moving forward relative to not understanding a masculine figure?
Yes.
So is it important? Voter victory, kids, come on now. I mean, that was a little bit of a lot there, yes or no? So so the holding back is rocking back on the heel. The fact that it was a little bit on the outer meant it was with another person. Got it? Right side male, masculine. It doesn't have to be men, but outgoing, rational, doing, that kind of stuff. And again, have you forgiven this person for holding back?
No.
I love that. No, that's so cool. Voter victory. She's doing great. So how about I forgive for no reason?
I forgive for no reason.
Say it again.
I forgive for no reason.
Yes. And do you get it? I forgive just because I forgive.
Yes. I
Say it.
forgive I just forgive to forgive.
I forgive just because I forgive. And how about I see this person moving forward with ease?
I see this person moving forward with ease.
But have you noticed that also you held yourself back? Like whatever we see in another person, we engage in us. So if I'm hating somebody for not moving forward or hating their behavior, I take on their behavior. Cancel clear. So now how about I move forward?
I move forward
Into what?
into my permanent victory in the light.
Keep going. And I move forward into having, doing, or being what? By the way, she's a good study. Yes or no? She went to the words of it. Doesn't mean she got it all the way. So I move forward into what? Voter victory, kids.
I move forward into my next step.
Which is?
Okay, clearing my house.
I say, I clear my house.
I clear my house.
Say it again.
I clear my house.
And then what do you do?
Then
She's so good. Hold on. She's doing toning. Then it's awesome. It's like with somebody going, that's like a short meditation. You're doing awesome. And keep going.
Okay, so then I move into the next phase of my life, wherever it's
is it?
leading me.
What is it?
Where is it?
What is it?
I'm not exactly sure at this point.
Now, how about I choose to know?
I choose to know.
Say it again.
I choose to know.
Yeah, and so now what? Now the foot is, and that's leg, like head is thinking, knowing, and remembering. Torso to the waist is doing, including arms. Hips to feet are moving and understanding. So I don't know. I choose to know.
Okay, I choose to know.
Say it again. Or I give myself permission to move forward.
I give myself permission to move forward. And
And
Bob,
to-
I need to ask you something.
Go ahead.
Okay, it really got clear to me today that this is also something to do with one of my ancestors that hasn't been healed. Hasn't been healed, interestingly enough.
Yeah. How about that?
Right, and he wants to be healed.
So, but want, the word want, Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. So how do
Okay.
you feel now that he got a miracle?
I'm just like over the top.
Wait, everybody. I is what she said. Now, it's all code and body language. She's saying no, not wrong. And first she said it, which means I can't and it's hard about his healing. And then you just went to I. So it goes unconsciousness, apathy, it, grief, it. I. 3, 4 would be fear, 5 would be anger. So now she went from it to I. Now you're moving up scale. So how do you feel now that a miracle happened in you in feeling your lineage already healed?
Amazing.
Now here's what you said.
Oh,
Amazing. Not wrong. So now say, I say yes to my miracle.
I say yes to my miracle.
Now say, I understand.
I understand.
That's your leg. And now say, I stand under.
I stand under.
And make it a fact. I stand under my creator. I stand within my creator. I understand. I stand under.
Okay, I stand under my creator.
Yeah, or I stand in my creator.
I stand in my creator.
Yeah. And so now how do you feel now that you, and again, heal, HEELED, healed, HEALED. How many get that phonetically they're the same word? Yes. So again, before you're saying no about this, he wants to be healed. If you agree with that, you're wanting with him. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. How about, and everyone, this is the biggest issue in this book, My Word Made Flesh, is healed into what, dear?
Healed into his, mine, my family, everybody's highest potential.
Good. Say it again. Yeah, we are healed and move forward in our highest potential.
We are healed and move forward in our highest potential.
Say it again.
We are healed and move forward in our highest potential.
Now you're starting to feel, yes or no, dear?
Oh, totally, in my heart, my
Yeah.
chest.
Yeah. And did you run the minute you started to feel?
Not physically, but
No,
maybe
no,
a little bit.
Did you run emotionally? You're so good. I love the toning. How many sounds like, how many remember talking to your parents coming in late at night? Where were you? Over at Jimmy's. They're on vacation. I was over at Johnny's, whatever. So again, dear, not wrong. It's that you have to own where you are, know the truth that sets you free. So to your little 3-year-old self, all of our 3-year-old selves is the 800-pound gorilla, our feeling world, our subconscious is waiting for partnership and love. Yeah. So what happens now that you are the one to say yes in you for your entire lineage arising? No, you said no again.
Well, it's just overwhelming to
No,
think
how about
that
this?
way.
Instead of overwhelming, I give myself permission
I give myself permission
to be strong enough
to be strong enough
to remember
to remember
our families'
our family's
resurrection.
resurrection.
I am the one.
I am the one.
And breathe. And now just say, I touch and I stay.
I touch and I stay.
Because you ran a little bit, right? I touch and I stay. And when you let yourself feel all of it, is when it's happening. Now say yes.
Yes.
Now say Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Okay. Now say yes.
Yes.
Voter Victor, what'd you get, dear?
What did I get?
Yeah, I asked you first.
Um,
What'd you learn?
a huge sense of relief and ownership of what I've felt for a long time was my destiny, but it felt too big to accept.
So now I reclaim my destiny.
I reclaim my destiny.
I arise into my destiny.
I rise into my destiny.
Every single human being is created by God, whatever name you give it, immaculate, glorious, and pure. And the little self is terrified of our great self. And so we will all have to forgive and love the fear of our little self, like it's too big. I'm going to get it. And our forgiveness and love of our little self is a test to make us pure enough and clean enough for our great self to come online. Yes?
Yes.
Cool. Voter victory, kids. Thank you. Thank you, Ann. That's awesome.
Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome, dear. And everyone, voter victory. Yes, let her see a little of that kind of action. Yeah, yeah. And thank you, Cynthia, for managing. Who's next?
Marilyn's next.
Marilyn. Wave at me, Marilyn. Marilyn. Oh, good. You're right next door. Oh, so good. Oh, so nice. God's got a plan. So, and she moved right into that same spot. It's really cool. So, Marilyn, first of all, the same question for everybody. Do we have permission to facilitate you?
Yes.
Good. And notice the little blink, blink, blink. I read all that stuff. Do we have permission to see perfection?
Yes.
Good job. And do we have permission to discover with you your greater mission in life?
Yes.
Good job. And everyone, the little bit of slow, tender is he's requesting very intimate, secure victory vote. So charge that up because their emotional body is saying, hey, take good care of me. So let's all do that. So raise your hand if you're going to do that. If you're doing that right now, let her see that you got it. And it's not wrong. It's just, this is what she asked for, almost non-verbally. And so is that true, dear?
I'll agree with you.
And my question is that true? That your being is asking to feel really secure right now?
Yes.
Good job. Notice she didn't answer my question. I will agree with you. At some point in 30 years, I may agree. That's why I'm careful with languaging. So what's the topic?
My eyes.
What about them?
Last week, my left eye went bloodshot on the outer section. And then 2 days ago, my right eye went bloodshot on the bottom.
So now the way the iris works, and this is all in the book, the whole biopticalography is in there. So the iris of the eye is the map of the body. The white or sclera of the eye is the map of our outer world. So in your left eye, the outside edge of your sclera, left eye. So for me, it'd be over here. This is, I see myself different, but over here, this is left. So anything outside of here, it's all about, have you been tuning in to, have you let the world love you yet? Yes or no?
I thought I had.
I know that's what you thought. Have you let the world love you yet?
Yes.
Now, here's what her body said. She said no to begin with. So not right or wrong. Is there more love to let in?
Yes.
And have you been holding something outside of you? Have you been holding it back?
I have been holding my voice.
Because of fear of what from others?
Rejection.
So you've been doing premature rejection. I think that's pretty funny, y'all. Come on.
Yeah.
So in other words, have you if you felt you're going to be rejected, have you pre-rejected them? So and again, the white of the eye is others. And when it turns that solid red or solid red in the right eye down here, all that is you've placed your issue outside of yourself. It's still you. So is it time for you to express yourself and let your world appreciate your expression?
Yes.
So this is your mission in life, yes or no?
Yes.
Breathe, move air. And tell me about what you just got.
My mind went questioning.
And
What
what'd your
do you
heart
mean?
say?
My mind went questioning, saying, my mission in life is to express myself.
Yep, and be appreciated.
Yes.
So what'd your heart say? Your mind went, what? And what'd your heart say?
I want that.
I am that.
Okay. I am.
How about my world loves my truth?
My world loves my truth.
And then the right side is all about outflow. Left side is inflow, right side is outflow. So is it time for you to understand how to express yourself and help other people understand? See this, as you give this to yourself, yep. And I only saw the nod, and then actually to the left and then back. So right now is it time to give yourself permission. What's your heart saying right now? Because you're already hooked up. What's your heart saying?
That's my desire.
Yeah. So now I am victorious in my desire.
I am victorious in my desire.
What's your name for your creator?
God.
I am my God speaking.
My
through
Father
me.
God.
Yep. Well, and so I am my sovereign God speaking through me.
I am my sovereign God speaking through me.
Say it again.
I am my sovereign God speaking through me.
And I ignite my sovereign God everywhere I go with every word I speak.
I ignite my sovereign God everywhere I go with every word I speak.
That's what that signal is that the red was conflict. Got it? Do you get though? All you have to do is love yourself through your world. There is nobody outside of you, dear. There's only your sovereign God everywhere. So all you have to do is tune into your sovereign God. Yes?
Yes.
How many get? This is a big piece of the puzzle. When we fell from grace, right, wrong, good, bad, hot, cold, what? No, but when we all realize my God is everywhere, my creator, my whatever name anybody gives it, and I mean that, it's got to be your way. But how many get, oh, I love love. How about I ignite love everywhere I go? And my voice is a balm to my world, BALM, a blessing to my world. I ignite blessings with every word I speak. You can begin to get into this and then imagine your world appreciating you speaking your truth, your love. Yes?
Yes.
So is that pretty fast for you to enter your mission in life?
Yes.
Good. Voter victory. Yes, kids?
Thank
Carolyn,
you.
thank you, dear. Yes, beautiful. How many know this takes courage? Yes or no, kids? Cynthia, who's next?
Carlin is next.
Wave your hand. Okay, Carlin, thank you. I love how it moves you around right to where I need you to be. Good job. Mic yourself, Carlin, so we can talk. Where's that button? Good
Okay,
job.
I got it.
Good job. And do we have permission to facilitate you?
Yes,
Do we have permission to see perfection?
yes,
Do we have permission to discover with you your greater mission in life?
yes.
Now, I'm going to tell you what she just told me, because most people that know, I already know everything that's going on in all the little micro movements. So it's pretty funny. So what Carlin just said, and then I'm going to ask you, but I'm going to tell it for our group. She she took her front teeth top and put it over her lip, the bottom lip. So lower, and you can all do this, lower jaw, lip, this area is feeling, this is thinking. So her conscious teeth, upper teeth went and over her lip going, what are you doing? What is going on there? I don't know. Anyway, so that just meant she's choosing to feel safe and secure. So again, turn up, safe and secure. All right, so tell me what you got going on.
Well, I have a hard mass in my left breast that's been there for a while. It's about the size of a walnut. And
Pause, I'm going to take a little more information. So midline of the body. So is it on from the nipple? Is it toward the sternum?
outer.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask you a simple question because that's all I need to know about it. So breast is if there's a challenge anywhere in the breast, it's we have experienced our love not being received. So if it's in the left breast, have you experienced some female, doesn't have to be a woman, feminine, creative, intuitive, someone not receiving your love?
Yes.
So now first forgive your experience. I forgive my experience
I forgive my experience
and I forgive that person.
and I forgive that person.
And now what I'm going to have you do, and I've done this with so many people, it just works so fast. But anyway, you know, prove all things and hold fast, is how do you feel now that you love yourself and you receive your love? You receive your love through this person.
How do I feel? I feel happy.
Yeah. And now really let it happen. Now imagine this person is able to receive all your love and you enjoy giving love. You're not, in other words, how many have given and then stopped? That's all this is. It got to and I can't, got to and I can't, got to and I can't. How about I love love? Just say it, Carlin, say, I love love.
I love love.
Say it again.
I love love.
Now we're going to upgrade it. I love my love.
I love my love.
My world loves my love.
My world loves my love.
Say it again.
My world loves my love.
And how do you feel now that your world loves your love?
I think I feel joy.
Now, pause for a minute. I think I feel, not wrong, is the intellect running the show. And that's not going to work. It's not wrong, just won't work. So how do you feel now that you got a miracle?
I feel joy.
Now, here's what you said. I feel joy. And the head went, no, not wrong. And so you've been saying no, because you have, in other words, it only became a mass in my system because there's energy of I got to, I want to, I need to, and I can't. So if you can forgive both of those, just say I can and I am.
I can and I am.
Now say I can love
I can love
and I am love.
and I am love.
I am loving
I am loving
and I'm loving being received.
and I'm loving being received.
Now you said no, that was the one that strong was a strong no. So now you're going to have to forgive your world because you created that. Yes or no? That's, watch it. Remember we started biting the lower lip. So this is feeling. All this is not minimized, but it's all feeling. So now you'll have to resurrect your feeling. Have you blamed this person for not letting they've been denying your love? Have you blamed them?
Yes.
All right. And that's not right or wrong or bad. Just you'll have to literally forgive the person.
I thought I had forgiven them.
That's all right. Just say I forgive fully.
I've worked a long time to forgive them.
Right. Well, if we work a long time, we haven't done it because forgiveness means we forget.
I forgive for no good reason.
You know, how about I forgive?
For no good
There, good job. She did that. I forgive her. No, well, it's a good job. That's called self-aware. When somebody can catch that, that's like home run for me. So now try this out. That can you imagine everyone in your world, including you? First, do you forgive yourself
Yes.
fully?
I forgive myself fully.
For what?
For not receiving love.
Good. And who is the first person you did not receive love from that you remember?
My family.
Who in your family?
My mother.
So do you get that this is the seed that started with mom? No judgment to anybody. So how about I forgive my mother?
I forgive my mother.
Make it a fact. Let it land in your body as a fact.
I forgive my mother.
Nice. And how do you feel now that you actually forgive your mother?
Relieved.
Yeah. And that means relive, like believe means be alive in. Relieved is reliving. Yes. And now what happens when you receive all of your mother's love? Because it's in your DNA.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel now that you receive your mother's love?
I feel good.
Usually you said, I haven't done it yet. That's all she said. And it won't be, I feel good. Got it? Good, bad, right, wrong, good, bad, right, wrong. How do you feel? Is your mother alive?
No,
All right, so wherever your mother is in all creation, now that you receive your mother's love and she comes in and shares something on the inner with you, quote her, what does she say? Quote her. Something that confirms your heart's desire.
let yourself be loved.
Yeah, that's it. And how happy is she once you get this?
She's happy.
Yeah, how happy?
Eternally happy.
I like that. Yes, and do you get that? This is you turning on eternally happy, eternally loved.
Yes.
Yes or no? So
Yes.
again, the issue was you weren't letting your love be received, and you weren't receiving love. That's why that energy ball was there. That's all it is.
hmm
And so now I love with all my heart. Say it.
I love with all my heart.
Say it again.
I love with all my heart.
Say it again.
I love with all my heart.
And I love being loved with all my heart.
And I love being loved with all my
Now
heart.
that again, you said no right quickly. So not wrong. I'm not doing it that way. It just, that's your body knows there's a coach.
Right.
So when you give an automatic response of no, it just means you got more work to do on it.
Right.
So I recommend you outcome map or map out or write out, now that whoever receives my love, what's that like? Now that so-and-so receives now that so-and-so loves my love, now that I give love freely and it's received, and begin to build on that. So you're a yes across the board. It takes investment because you have to wake this up. Does that make sense? You have to open this up.
Yes.
Yes, cool.
Mhm.
So again, just say, I got my miracle.
I got my miracle.
Say it again.
I got my miracle.
Now, each time, the first time out, there's a little bit of a no. The second time is a yes, almost in every question. So
I
it
make
just,
an effort.
yep. So this is just build it. You already got it. Now, notice the rock forward. Let me saw that. That's her body saying, I can do this.
Hmm.
Now, again, notice teeth, lower lip, teeth. So it's all about feeling, dear. So yo feeling, just say yo feeling.
Yo feeling.
I love you.
I love you.
I touch and I stay.
I touch and I stay.
And that's to me, for what we're doing tonight, home run. Good job. And voter victory, yes. And the way you vote victory on this one is all of you have your love be received. How many love that? All my love is received. Just really be it. Just imagine everyone in your family's massively enjoying your love. That's the way this works. Thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate it. All right, who else? Cynthia, we'll do one more maybe.
Deb is next.
All right, wave. Deb, is that you? All right, there we go.
Wow, this is a totally different language for me altogether. And it's funny you were saying about biting the lip, because I usually have a bruise on this side of my lip a lot. But yeah, I have a,
And do we have permission to do those 3 questions?
yes.
Okay, good. Just a minute, because that way we've all heard them. So just to make sure. Go ahead. So what do you
Yes.
got?
I've got a growth on my eye. It's on the inside corner.
And
And
now on
it's
the actual eyeball.
on the eyeball, and it's growing towards the color.
So if I were to take your right eye, this is my right eye, is it more down a little bit like that?
No,
straight
straight
up?
across.
All right, that's easy. So I could pull a chart here to show you, but right eye. So have you hated somebody, male figure, having authority over you?
That kind of happens a lot. Yes, I haven't.
Hold on. She didn't answer my question.
Oh, yes.
How many get that? That kind of happens a lot. That's the thought form going, run, Forrest, run. I'm going to get that. So I'm going to ask it, voter victory, kids. This is, remember, if it shows up at this level, there's something inside that's going, I don't want to talk about this. So first of all, I'm going to ask again, I go step by step by step. Something making noise in here. All
Oh,
right,
sorry, that's my phone.
and good. The reason I did that is I'm on bigger speaker and I'm thinking my phones are ringing. What's up with that? All right. So it's probably this person. Just kidding. So now, have you hated a male figure? Doesn't have to be a man, but a male figure having authority over you?
Yes.
And when did you give up your personal authority or authorship?
When? Years ago.
When?
Are you asking the specific year?
Yeah, many people go, specificity, is that a real word? Yep, yep. Not the year, but just what was going on. Who'd you give your power away to?
Oh, he made a remark and I ended up going to the doctor and the doctor told me to lay sexual harassment charges against him. And this was long before all of that really came into play as of now.
All right. So how many get that? Authority, authorship, intimacy, sexual is intimate. I'm going to leave it at that. So is it time for you to reclaim your authority?
I thought I had, but yes.
So with permission, breath in and hold. And then I thought I had, past tense. Is it time? Present tense. Hold breath, spirit, and got it. I thought I had, past tense. Present tense question, past tense answer. Present tense question, past tense answer. That means that you're living in the past and repeating it, and that's cellular activity growing. So is it time to forgive this situation?
Yes,
And is it time for you to reclaim your authority?
absolutely.
Now, is that absolutely no or absolutely yes?
Absolutely, yes.
Now, notice absolutely when we give that word is, and the only way you can define an absolute is with another absolute. So now these are all avoidance response answers. And can you relate to that, Deb?
Yes.
How many get right now, like, do I really have that? It's much easier to be pissed off at this person. It's much easier to blame that SOB. No, it may be easier, but it's not the path that's helpful. HEALTH, helpful. So now what happens when you reclaim your authority?
Freedom.
Freedom. Now notice her glitch in life is nobody's home. You'll hear in languaging, she did, I have freedom. Her body went, freedom. Freedom like doesn't mean anything unless you're connected to it. And freedom can simply be sometimes death, which is what her being has been moving toward. Is that true, Deb?
Yes.
I hope you're all hearing this. So would you rather have freedom or authorship where you write your own script?
I would rather write my own script.
So said, I write my own script.
I write my own script.
And I noted, did you feel what you did on that?
I did. My hands are sweating.
Yeah, her body, the no in there and the yes in there, go, what is going on here? There's something going on there. What is going on? So now just say, I choose to make this easy.
I choose to make this easy.
I forgive just because I forgive.
I forgive just because I forgive.
Love is forgiving.
Love is forgiving.
And giving.
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 So what you're turning on is giving.
Okay.
You're becoming a sun presence again. Yes or no?
Yes.
So put this person in light, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Take your attention off that person and forget them. And set your healthy boundary of, I'm honored and respected in everything I do by honoring and respecting myself. Yes or no?
Yes.
Good. And what happens now that it's been a year that and my eyes are all about seeing. Have you hated seeing this control?
Like in my eye itself, or?
No. Have you hated? Now there's the white of the eye, which is where this is others, but it's eyeball. An eyeball is all about it. In the iris of the eye, the map of the iris, there's a thing called the eye 180 across in the reproductive system. This is all about creativity. This is all about imagination. This is all about visualization. So when you came to take authority, did you run into this person?
I don't quite understand.
When you come into the idea of having authorship, have you given you said it earlier, but I'm going to get it exact. Did you give away your authority in your life to this person?
At first I did, and I took it back. I stood up for myself.
Well, you might have taken it back. Did you take it back with hate and resentment?
No, I took it back with fear.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, when you take it, and fear is what your body's showing you, that if you do it with fear, that disintegrates you. So now I take back my authority with love.
I take back my authority with love.
And I like this. This is cool. Say it again. I take back I author with love.
I author with love.
I author with my love.
I author with my love.
And what's happening in your body? What are you feeling?
Release.
Good. And release and relief. And that can begin means reliving. How many love it? Believe, be alive in. So now I reclaim my own life.
I reclaim my own life.
I reclaim my own authorship.
I reclaim my own authorship.
I love what I see.
I love what I see.
I see all I love.
I see all I love.
My world sees me in love.
My world sees me in love.
Only love touches me.
Only love touches me.
Say it again.
Only love touches me.
Say it again.
Only love touches me.
Say it again.
Only love touches me.
And what's happening?
I feel like I'm burning up.
When that's the heat flame of transformation, that's your immune system working. So I feel like I'm burning up. Or those are the three words, I feel like, or it feels like, are the words of codependence. So have you had a codependent relationship with this person? Codependence is where your happiness or contentment or whatever is dependent upon something outside of you.
I left that place. I haven't seen him in years, so no.
But have you still thought of him? Has he still been able to take away your power?
On the odd occasion, yes.
All right, so now I reclaim
I reclaim
my full power.
my full power.
And I am co-empowered in everything I do.
And I am co-empowered in everything I do.
And so any of you that haven't studied the transforming codependence into co-empowerment, that'd be a great study, and finding high agreements where everyone honors and respects me or something like that. So what'd you get today?
That was powerful. I really want to learn more about this language and to learn more how I can help others with it. And because I really do believe there's something to it.
Cool, me too. And one thing, because even when you're saying really good stuff, there's a little bit of a no, not wrong. So now say, I say yes. Everyone do this for yourself as well. Deb, say, I say yes to me.
I say yes to me.
Say it again.
I say yes to me.
Say it again.
I say yes to me.
Like, let it really happen like a fact. Say it again.
I say yes to me.
Good. And those are mudras. Awesome. Thank you, dear. Good job. Perfect. All right. So we're at hour and a half. That was my plan. What'd you learn tonight, kids? Jump on, mic yourself. Tell me what you got, what you learned, what you remember. What's new? And if you mic yourself first, I'll see who you are. And Cynthia, if you can point me in the direction if I miss it.
I remember love. I didn't learn love. I remember it.
Yeah. Who's that? Wave at me so I can find you.
That's
Oh,
Sue.
good. Thanks, Sue. Good job. Thank you. Then look at the butterfly. That's really a big butterfly. Holy mackerel. That's cool. Awesome. Anyone else? What'd you get?
I remember my power.
Amen. Especially with the name of Aqua. Come on, man. That's the coolest name I ever. Kind of a fluid idea right there. Anyway.
You like water.
Yeah, got it. Marilyn.
I remember my voice.
Yeah, and you can add, if you've got a way to say God, deity, whatever that is, I remember my, but if somebody can go, I remember my voice. How many have had a little voice? I remember my, whatever your way is, but for me, my God voice, or my I am's voice, or my spirit's voice, or my purity voice, or something. I always say, hit a home run. Make sure you always hit something that's profoundly a done deal. Who else? What'd you get?
I remember my destiny.
Amen. Yes. Thank you. Awesome. How about it? And then I remember, and I am my destiny.
I am my destiny.
Cool. Anyone else?
I
yeah.
remember and I love how when one person resurrects something, we all go through our own resurrection. So thank you.
Yeah. How
Everyone
many
will
moved
have
up
courage.
scale with each person?
Yes.
Kadim.
Yes.
Kadim, go ahead.
Okay. I remember forgiving.
Amen.
Beautiful.
That's maybe one of the biggest ones, kid. And when I heard way back when I was 20 some years old from Patricia Sun, she goes, we sponsor her an event. She was one of our keynote speakers. And she stands up, beautiful, blonde, powerful woman. She goes, love is forgiving and giving and giving. And that's when I went, oh, that's what forgiving is. Oh, I mean, literally, I sat there. She might have talked after that. I didn't even get it any. I was sitting there going, whoa, that's what forgiving is. So anyway, me too, Kadeem. That's awesome. And notice we start giving and giving and giving again. Who else?
Alexandra, you're unmuted.
Oh, thanks so much. Hey, Bob, I'll do this quickly. You facilitated me a couple of calls back.
Yep.
I had a
This is
demonstration.
Alexandra, right? In her
Yeah, that's right.
non-visual form. Good. Go ahead.
Yep, that's it. And so the topic was I had a demonstration in my right breast, male. It was about the size of an orange, so eek. And I knew the topic that created it. So anyway, you and I did our thing. And I just wanted to share with you that I've gone through the tests that are required, 3 different ones. It's completely clear. They wanted to remove a body part, bye-bye. But now they're not going to remove a body part because there's nothing there.
No, how about yes first, but how about I am completely loved and loving?
I am completely loved and loving.
Say it again.
I am completely loved and loving.
And Alexandra, just stay on for a second. This is 100%. This thing works every single time. If we just take it in the law, the word becomes flesh. A man, a woman who offendeth not in word, the same as a perfect person and able to bridle the whole body. So Alexandra, you rock. Thank you so much, dear.
Oh, and there's one more piece. May I share it quick?
Yes, please.
So my sister was my topic of, angst and everything, whatever that might mean. And we have spoken, we have healed. I think we're still healing, but we've made great progress. And for my birthday, she literally sent me books of a movie that I loved when we were children that she referred me to. And then she sent me the whole book of Narnia, for those of you who know it.
Yeah.
So what's happening is, remember when you did the moo and I said, my gosh, I haven't heard that since I was 4. And it reminds me of my sister when we were still innocent, right?
Yep,
Remember that?
yep.
Okay, then Narnia, yeah, there it is. And Narnia was the same. It was when we were children before, the proverbial stuff hit the fan. And she's sending me these books for my birthday. So it's just beautiful.
This is heaven unfolding.
Thank you.
This is why I love what I do. And I'm sharing with everyone, look, this is real, kids. This is real. I mean, if you love miracles, first master this for yourself and then overflow and help other people with it. Alexandra, do you believe you could help about a bazillion people right now?
Yeah, and that's been my heart's desire for wow, most of my life. I mean, as far back as I can recall. And now that I've had an orange in my right breast and it's now just gone, I have a lot I would love to share with people who are suddenly seeing that or feeling that, or however that works. I would love to share because
Wait, with permission, instead of I love sharing.
Got it. I love sharing. I love sharing.
Because I would is a latent potential, which is, again, that's how you got it before. So I love loving.
I love loving.
How many heard that little throat stuff going on? Yes. Yes, Alexandra, beautiful, dear.
Thank you so much.
And remember, you're welcome. And thank you so much. And keep it coming. That's what somebody once said to me when I manifested a miracle and told him all about it. And we're standing in a doorway. And he listened intently. He's a masterful guy. And I was 20-some years old. And he listened all the way through. And then he goes, looked at me deeply in. And he goes, now just keep it coming. And I'm sharing that. Now, everybody, just keep it coming. How many love it? There's so much more. Pressed down and overflowing. Let's give her a hand. Yes, everybody. That's so good. That's what this is all about. Who else? What'd you learn? What'd you get? What'd you remember?
I reclaim my will.
Say it again.
I reclaim my will.
Amen. How many willingly reclaim your mini will? Thank you, Mini. Awesome, dear. I love when I
Love
can
you.
finally find you on the screen I got. So it's very cool. Good job.
Love you, Bob.
Love you too, dear. Love you, love you. Anyone else? Go ahead, Kadim.
I remember uh, focus on disciples, not the masses.
Yeah.
Because I can get off into wanting to help the whole world. It's like everybody just, it's not for everybody, or everybody's not arriving at the same time. So focus on a couple rather than trying to focus on everybody. So seeing that was like, okay.
And
Focus on the disciples.
you focus on one, it is everyone. Scripture, again, not religion, says, if ye are not one, ye are not mine. Scripture also says, whatever you've done unto the least of these, that means for me, my own emotional body, whatever we do within ourselves, whatever blessing we give ourselves goes to all life everywhere. So how many love the idea of let yourself receive all the blessings pressed down and overflowing, and realize that you giving it to you means it's broadcast in the oneness of all life. Awesome. You're the one, Kadim. Thank you. Who else? I love sharing. This is what I love doing. I love miracles. Anyone else? So kids, you can join in. They've got all kinds of stuff coming online right now. And, the book is available right now for $49 plus shipping and handling. And that's $10.50 or 40 cents below wholesale. And it's so we can get the word out there. Plus, Mary Young asked me to move the price from $144 for the book to $49. And she won. She goes, we got a lot of millions of people. She didn't do it that with that language, but way too beautiful and articulate for that. But again, so jump in. The book is due to ship mid-August, because a lot is still happening for it. Amazing. How many like the color in the different stuff? I mean, it's coming together, but also I'm putting more and more and more systems so you can correlate back and forth. We may also at some point have an app so you can have it right on your phone. How many like that, and be able to go, oh, left name, ask a question, and then they'll have a sensor to find out if you're completely aligned. If you're not aligned, it'll shock you. Just kidding. All right, just kidding. All right, not going to happen. All right, cool. Any questions?
Yeah, Bob, do we have to pay extra to get shocked?
Yeah, no shock. No, that you shock yourself by the glory of your, awesome. It would be a good shock that you give yourself, my dear. Thank you for the question, though. Thank you for your humor as well.
Chakras.
What, honey? What, Cynthia?
We get shocked in our chakras.
Yeah. Oh, Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Any other questions? That's so fun.
I won.
Who is Wave? So I can find out who.
It's Abe.
Abe, go ahead, Abe.
Hey, thank you so much. I am just absolutely floored and in love with you and this book, and I just got introduced to it a few weeks ago. I know there's a calling in me to learn this at a very deep level and to help other individuals. Do you have a certification program?
Yes. Yeah, we're doing it
Okay.
right now. So Abe, and you can get this from our office, but if you can remember Adam at ADAM, who's listening in, but I think he's at a game right now. So Adam at masterysystems.com, Adam at mastery, MASTRY, or support at Mastery System, we'll get it to him. But the point is, he's the one that is our curriculum person that helps you figure out your best path forward to get trained in it. And just so you know, I love it just as much as, and I feel I'm brand new every moment, Abe. So even though I may share all this stuff, I'm as new in it as anyone else. So I'm the same kind of enthusiasm. This is the cool, man. This is awesome.
Yeah. And I really appreciate the way you showed up and the way you helped everybody today. I had, let me see if I can say this in the most aligned way. I am healing my lower back, and this week had been very challenging, and I was very conscious of my words as best as I know now, and I'm remembering, and thought of you and conscious language during this time of healing. So that's why I don't have my camera on, because I'm still currently in bed. So this is a big thing for me, and I'm very happy, and seeing how you interacted with everybody today just really filled my heart with a lot of happiness and love, and I'm happy to connect with somebody so authentic and committed to this craft as you are. So thank you.
You're welcome. And let's do this, Adam. Abe, what I recommend you do, low back is support. Is it right or left side or center?
Center.
All right. So now say, I love being fully supported.
I love being fully supported.
And what's your name for your creator?
God.
Now
Source.
say, I am God supported.
I am God supported.
Frequently, the pain that comes online in the scale of emotions, it goes upscale. It goes unconsciousness, apathy, grief, fear, anger, pain, which wakes us up to enthusiasm. Like fear, when we love fear, it speeds us up to courage. So when we love pain, it speeds us up to enthusiasm. So what's coming online is a whole new level of God support. So you have to claim it and say yes for it. Yes?
Yes.
And did y'all hear him go, like that? And that's the sound. I call it either too much beef, or that's the person, me self, coming online, responding. So vote his victory that he's accepted full God support. How many get this? And once we get it, the symptom doesn't scream anymore because it's been resolved. Treating the symptom, error. Only restoring what the symptom is a call to change and walk into. That's the minute the symptom is no longer required. So Abe, now just go, now that I'm fully supported.
Now that I'm fully supported.
What's new and different for me is.
What's new and different for me is.
What? What's new and different?
Lightness.
No, make it, I feel.
I feel light.
Yeah, vague. I feel what?
I feel strong.
Say it again.
I feel strong.
But no, see, and you're hearing this tone, I feel strong. So what he's not landing. So I feel what? What do you really feel now that you're God supported?
I mean, I want to laugh and smile. I feel really happy.
Say it. Strong. That's your job. Your God self is saying, get over it and be happy.
And my body is so hot right now.
Good.
And it wasn't a minute ago.
Good. So say my body is cooking with joy.
With joy.
And that again, the endocrine system just kicked on by the words you spoke and the imaginations you just did. So that's your spirit inside getting permission to move.
I love it.
Awesome. Bless you, brother. And vote.
Thank
victory,
you so
everybody.
much. Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight.
That's awesome. All right, everyone, will come play. Adam at masterysystem.com. We got a lot coming. And the one thing that's happening right now is we went from the many people requested bulk purchases of the books. So we have a way to do that. So anything over 2 books, you can email support@Mastery Systems, and we'll figure out from the printer and the fulfillment person is all in one place, so we don't have to ship back and forth and all that. And so we can come up with, like, somebody just ordered 100 books from Australia, and the shipping per book for 100, the way we did it was a lot less, even though it was a lot of money, if you know what I mean, but it was like something like $9 a book versus $36 per book. So just know that at US or whatever, we can figure that out with them, and they're really good. They got great rates. So that's it, everybody. And those that jumped in to help me, Cynthia, etc., thank you all very much. Adam was listening in, I imagine. And voting victory, everyone, please know, when you vote victory, that is the greatest gift. And remember, let the charge happen for you, that you're giving selflessly. You have all received minimum 10 times what you gave out. You kept 60% of it. Minimum, you got a 10-fold return. Say thank you, walk new. So that's what I have. Thank you all so much for being on tonight. Be well.